Everybody, and welcome to this afternoon's Middle East and North African Studies colloquium lecture. Our guest today is Zana Mohammed Abdul Karim from the University of Suleimani in Kurdistan, in Iraq. Yes. Before, though, I give the introduction, I just want to mention an event that's coming up for the Center for Middle Eastern Studies, and that is our fall film series. This semester is Iran on the silver screen, and that'll be on Wednesday evenings, the first Wednesday of the month, starting September 7th in this room. And this Wednesday's film is Friendly Persuasion, Iranian Cinema After the Revolution. So, our guest today, Zana Abdul Karim, is from the city of Suleimani in the autonomous region of Kurdistan. He holds a BA in English Language and Literature from the College of Languages at the University of Suleimani, and an MA in English Language and Linguistics from the College of Arts from the University of Mosul. His thesis was on the acquisition of syntactic features of English as a foreign language. He now lectures in the College of Languages at the University of Suleimani. Over his 7 years there, he has taught an array of materials and addressed various topics for class teaching. He has taught English syntax, linguistics, text analysis, English comprehension, English composition, and translation. His current areas of interest include psycholinguistics, cognitive linguistics, and computational linguistics, and of course, topics related to the Kurdish language and linguistics. Today, Zana will speak about the ongoing linguistics debate in Kurdish on whether or not the modified Arabic script used in Sorani Kurdish adequately represents the language, and if all various forms of Kurdish should perhaps use one unified alphabet. So, please welcome Zana Mohammed.
Thank you, Christian, for the introduction. My lecture or presentation, as he referred to, is on the debate over the alphabet, the Arabic alphabet, or the Arabic script, or the Latin or Roman alphabet. Because, as you know, the land of the Kurds, Kurdistan, is divided into 4 countries. One, Turkey, the largest population where is living there, and Iran, Iraq, and Syria. 2 of those, or 2 parts of Kurdistan, are writing or following the Latin alphabet. The other 2 parts of Iraq and Iran use the Arabic alphabet, or a modified Arabic alphabet. Because I'm talking about writing, I'm talking about language, I'm talking about Arabic script, Latin alphabet, and I'm talking about the debate, I need to have a very rapid review over concepts like language, forms of language, the development of writing from pictograms to more arbitrary symbols. So to start with, we can say by definition, language is a system of communication that uses symbols. The symbols today are arbitrary. There's no relationship between the symbol and the meaning. What we speak with usually is spoken language, but that's not the only form of language. There's also another form of language called written form. So language has basically, or natural language, what we speak with, we communicate in the daily routine, has 2 forms. One form is spoken, the other one is written. Before we start, there's no, up to this moment, no adequate, fully fledged, say, very good system of representing the spoken words. There is no perfect orthographic system that can fully, completely, 100% represent all the sounds in a spoken language. But to go back to history, the attempts of our ancestors started as long as maybe 4 to 3000 BC in forms like cuneiform. The cuneiform was a sort of pictures or a set of pictures related to the images. For instance, if they wanted to talk about, to communicate about the bird, there was a simplified image of the bird which represented the bird. Then this one was developed to be ideograms, and ideograms developed to be alphabet. So in the course of history, we had cuneiform 4000 to 3000 BC, then hieroglyphs 4000, used by the ancient Egyptians. Then alphabet. The alphabet actually represents a developed stage, a development, an advanced stage in the history of human writing, because the alphabet, in addition to being arbitrary, that there is no natural relationship between the letters and the meaning, it is also a simplified version of human attempts to talk about, to communicate about what happened around them, to record actually about what happened around them. Now we will be talking about the Greek. They made use of Phoenician alphabet and modified the Phoenician alphabet, and they later, actually at a later stage, they came across a system, an alphabetic system that was later again afterwards made use of by the Italians, and then that was the beginning of the Roman letters. So the Latin alphabet, as it's here in Italy, it was adopted from the Greek alphabet in the 7th century. That's what we're talking about. And originally it was about 21 letters, maybe not as accurately and as beautiful as today you see, maybe some similar forms of that one. Then the Arabic alphabet is the other one, the other alphabet I'm talking about, is actually was derived from Nabatean variation of an Aramaic or Aramic, we call it Aramic, maybe in English it's Aramaic alphabet. We should not forget that the Aramaic language, they did not use their own language for the written form, for writing. They used a Nabatean variation. So in the 4th century, of course, the simple attempts of the Arabic or ancient or classic Arabic letters emerged. Then the first attempt in the classical form is documented as early as the 7th century. By the year 786, the dots to the Arabic letters were added. You know, first there were no dots. For instance, if they wanted to write someone's name, there was no dot. You should have picked up, understood which word is that one. So by that year, they added dots to the Arabic letters, and the Arabic letters are today, modern Arabic, a combination of 28 letters. I need to talk about a point here, is that Arabic letters, or the Arabic alphabet, unlike English or any other language, apart from some Semitic languages, doesn't have complete vowels, or doesn't have short vowels actually, because the language depends, for the representation of the vowels, depends on diacritic marks, like what they say, they call in Arabic fatha, dhamma, kasra, and sukun, also sometimes double like tanween, shadda when there's stress. So Arabic, the alphabet, is mainly a combination, a group of consonants, but it's not purely consonant. That's why we called it's an impure abjad. Otherwise, we would have called it's totally complete, perfect abjad. Okay. Coming back to Kurds, the origin and land, as long as 2000 BC, there were references to some Indo-European family. Maybe people settled the area that is now known as today, maybe close to the Mesopotamia, and between Van and Mesopotamia, the city of Van I'm talking about in Turkey. Some people that might be or interpreted as the ancestors of the Kurds lived there. Again, the word Karda was found as a piece of evidence on a Sumerian clay tablet, referring to a people lived in the south of Lake Van. As I just explained, it's a town in Turkey. Then by the first millennium BC, there were reference to the word Kurd or Kurdi, because that was a French one. So maybe some scholars and Orientalists refer to piece of evidence that they could have found somewhere on maybe ancient clay tablets, pieces of evidence here and there, and that's why they could have captured words that are similar to the name Kurds. Again, Kardochi, this is the most evident one, by the way, and the most well-documented one in history. Kardochi was referred to by Xenophon. You know, when the Greek soldiers were retreating, they were defeated, gradually defeated, and they were retreating westwards to ancient Greece. they crossed the land of Kurdistan.